Hello everybody and welcome to the first edition of Sparxe's STKE event. This is the first STKE event ever, really. And after joke we decided to branch out a little. We got a pretty good turnout actually. We got 49 signups, which is more than I expected for the first ever edition of this. And yeah, welcome everybody to the Qualifiers map pool showcase. These are the 4 maps you will be playing to determine your seed, which will then determine the opponents you face. Yeah, so I guess without further ado, let's just get into the first one, which is going to be Rice 1, Dr. Fetus's Castle. This is from Super Meat Boy, the World 5 Dark World theme, because I really like that game. So, this is Rice 1, as I said. There will be 2 Rice maps in this qualifiers selection. So this is a rather slow map, 145 BPM, and it's gonna focus mostly on these long jacks. So STKE, there's many ways you can play it. You can play it with like 2 fingers on your left hand on like a shift key, and then 2 fingers on the right hand on the other shift key, or you can play it in like a taiko style with shift and enter. There's quite a lot of possibilities, and you're open to try whichever one feels most comfortable for you. That being said, this is still a pretty chill map. There's quite a lot of chords as well, which is new. We didn't have chords in one key, but we've gone 2-dimensional now, so there's room for those, which will make patterns quite a lot more complicated. And that's already gonna be it for the first map. Moving on, we have the LN map, which is gonna be Devourer by Cress. I was very surprised by Cress's musical background, because I didn't know they made game soundtracks. But anyway, here is the LN map. It's around 2 minutes, it's also quite slow, actually 145 BPM again. And this is mainly gonna just test your LN coordination. As you can see, there's a lot of times where you hold 2 LNs at once, and have to obviously release them at different times, which is almost, yeah, you see this like small inverse sections even. So yeah, this will definitely test your control in the LN department. Here you got a nice little section that keeps getting denser in terms of the releases. And then we get to the second half, which is pretty much just gonna repeat what the first half did. It's also OD7, so you do gotta be careful with your timings if you do want to get a good ratio on these. You also do have that 1/3 section, which I actually forgot to mention. It's kinda tricky. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the LN map. Up next, we have the hybrid map, which is gonna be Mania by Camellia featuring Nanahiro. This map is hard. It's a hybrid map, and it does not pull any punches. It is 4 stars, and you will soon see why. 160 BPM, so faster than the two we previously had, and it also has just a lot of these 1/8 bursts. So Tuki really lends itself to very fast trills, because depending on your playstyle, there's ways of hitting these, which are like possible, I guess. And yeah, it being a hybrid map obviously means that it contains both rice and long notes, which just adds that additional degree of difficulty. This is just kind of like a little skill check. Very long trill there. And then here's the ending, which is just the hardest part of the map. A lot of those repeated chord jacks. Very technical section there. More chord jacks. And there you go. Cheeky 1/8 jack at the end. And that's gonna bring us to our last map of the qualifiers, which is gonna be Boss Theme Medley Kirby Series by Kentaro Ishisaga. So this is the second race map. It's much faster than the first. It's at 170 BPM. And this is basically like a mixed stream map. There are a lot of these longer streams that alternate between being trills and being like jack focused. So this is really gonna like test how well can you play either of those types of 1/4s. And I guess depending on your playstyle, you might find this easier or harder. Like here you have those rather fast single lane jacks. And just some longer streams with varying patterns to keep you on your toes. Like there's some quite long streams. And here's a very long stream that just has a bunch of wacky stuff in it. And then that's almost the end of the map. You have this little chord section at the end to finish it off, and that's it for Rise 2, the last map of the qualifiers. Traditionally, this is always the shortest stream in the tournament, because that was all the maps already. And yeah, I will be uploading those in a bit. I hope they will be manageable. I will send a message in reschedules about picking your lobby, which, yeah, you will be picking a lobby for next weekend, way you will perform the qualifiers. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this showcase. Thanks everybody for showing up, and good luck with your qualifiers.